Hello, and welcome back to the Foreclosure Deals Coach podcast. Happy Thanksgiving. You're probably getting settled in with your family right now, not necessarily looking to watch this show, but we do have a great show for you. I think you're going to really love what we have to offer. Let's talk about things you should be thankful for in 2025, heading into investing. What should you be thankful for as a real estate investor? We got a lot to cover today. Let's get started. Hello and welcome back to the Foreclosure Deals Coach podcast. I am your host and Foreclosure Deals Coach, Donnie Corum. Thank you so much for tuning into this show where we discuss how you can get the mindset, tactics, and tools necessary to find, figure, fund, fix, and flip a foreclosure deal. You can do it. Anybody fully committed to the process can do it. You just need the right guidance, the right helpfulness. And I got to tell you, we have built an incredible team here in 2024 as we're heading into 2025 that's going to be fully equipped to help investors just like you to do deals. If you want to learn more about how to get started in foreclosure investing, head on over to foreclosureprofitsystem.com. That's the system that the Foreclosure Deals Coach program endorses to help people to find, figure, fund, fix, and flip a deal. So let's hop right in. What should we be thankful for in 2024 that's going to make a huge difference in 2025 in the real estate investing space? Well, right out of the gate, one of the things I'm thankful for really is my team. Here's the thing. If you're looking to do a deal, okay, you're going to need to find a deal. That's a big part. You got to find out where you're going to get a motivated seller to sell the property to you. And a lot of people understate the importance or amount of work that requires. Listen, motivated sellers are just that. They're motivated. If they want to sell their $420,000 house, okay, and they want to sell it for $300,000, how long do you think they're willing to wait to get that done? Not very long. So it's critical that you're able to find a deal quickly. We handle all of that for you as part of the foreclosure profit system. We locate deals continually. We then analyze those deals on your behalf. I do a lot of the analysis myself because I want to make sure if I'm signing my name to that analysis that it's solid, right? Then we fund the deal using my funding manager, Mike. He works in the Traction Capital division. Make sure we got the capital to do the deal. Then we connect you with our project management team to manage the construction process from beginning to end so you can do this from anywhere in the country. You can actually find a deal, analyze it, fund it, flip it, and then fix it, and then flip it using my agent team, Amy, right now, who we're working with. My team is top notch. It's taken us some time to get this team together, but I'm super thankful for that. But what should you be thankful for while you're considering whether or not you should get into real estate investing? Well, one of the things I'm thankful for, and you probably should be as well, is that there's been a recent regime change in the presidency. Now, regardless of who you voted for, who your preference was, what you have to know with absolute certainty is that the political climate has a huge impact on real estate investing and investing in general. Under certain regimes, certain policies, investing is awesome. You can make a lot of money in it. And under other policies, you can still make a lot of money investing if you understand the dynamics of the government. But what we know for certain is that politics play a huge factor in your investing career. So my belief, and I'm thankful that things went the way that a lot of people wanted in the investing space, and we've got Trump as the president-elect coming into office. And, I can tell you, I can hear the groans already. A lot of people don't like Trump personally. I feel the exact same way, but I'm thankful that a businessman is going to be running the country for the foreseeable future because this country ultimately is a giant business, right? It should have a profit and loss statement and shouldn't be operating on this huge deficit that it has. Now, that's not to say that, anybody's going to be able to stop the deficit at the rate it's heading right now, much less pay off the huge amount of debt this country is in. But I'm just thankful that business policy is going to reign supreme, I believe, in the future for years. That should be great for investors. I'm super thankful for that. The next thing that I'm thankful for, and I hope that you are, and again, we're talking about business. There's a lot of things to be thankful for that go well beyond business. We're going to touch on that towards the end, and I hope you're thankful for things as well. But speaking to business, I'm also thankful for the mortgage rates. Check out this article that was by CBS News. what are mortgage rates going to be in 2025? Well, my crystal ball is broken. I'm pretty sure CBS News doesn't know exactly what's going to happen, but they've got access to some policy administrators who know what's going on. Over the last few years, it's been all about tightening the interest rates, control and lower inflation, hence the higher mortgage rates. Well, there's a big push that we believe that a new presidential administration and the policies will also factor in. So under the Trump regime, people are expecting that rates are going to head down just a little bit. Mortgage rates should drop in 2025. Note that we said should, okay? So it's not going to be a huge reduction, not likely to be a big reduction, but a dip from 5.9 to 5.6 by the end of the year, and that's this year we're talking about, and then by the mid-range of fives in the 2025 bracket. Now that may seem high, as a lot of people feel, but it's much lower than it's been for a while and about where the economy should be operating with a healthy interest rate. So that would make a huge difference for real estate investors looking to sell their deal on the marketplace. Obviously, a lot of this ties to the buying power of the people who are buying the property. So when rates are really high, even if your house is gorgeous and you're getting a bunch of showing that people are looking at it, they may not be willing to pull the trigger because they're worried about the higher interest rate, the higher payment. That obviously has a huge negative effect on the total sales price of property. So this is where lower interest rates are definitely going to have a positive impact on real estate investing and how that should go. So I'm super thankful for that rates should come down. It should get easier to sell my flips and my clients' flips who are working on deals right now or just hitting the market at the moment. I feel like things are going to get better in that department. So if you are thinking about doing this, if you're thinking about getting in and doing a deal, let me tell you, you really, really want to buy a deal right now. And the reason you want to buy a deal right now is because if you start working on a deal here in late November, early December, you'll come out of that deal, should be hitting the market in mid to late January, give or take. And then you're going to be back on the market in February, ramping up for the March season. The weather's going to be getting a little bit warmer here in Colorado, which is a big factor. We have a huge seasonality adjustment here, and rates are going to start to be trickling down. So a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm going to do this sometime next year. Listen, my advice is get in right now. We have deals all over. Sellers are far more motivated towards the end of the year because it's colder and the market is less active during this time period. So now in the fourth quarter is a much better time to buy than it's going to be in first and second quarter. Not to say that we won't find great deals, just that we tend to find better deals in the late parts of the year as opposed to the early parts of the year. So now's a good time to do that. And then we have this interest rate thing poised to come in and make things easier as you go. The other thing that I'm thankful for are our construction crews that we've been building in the fall, but they suffer a lot in the winter months because not as many people are doing construction projects. So because we're keeping them busy, I'm thankful that we have them because they take such good care of our clients, but they're also thankful, I believe, for the work they can get in the winter when it's cold outside and not as many people are thinking about remodeling and etc. So it's an excellent time to get into the foreclosure profit system. Right now, if you want to get started, click on the link, go to foreclosureprofitsystem.com, watch that video there that goes into more detail how the program works. Then you'll schedule a call and we'll hop on that call and discuss if it's the right fit for you and your investment journey. It's not for everybody, that's true, but if it is for you, now is an excellent time to get started while things are slow. Rates are still a little bit higher, so there's less market activity. By the time we come out of the project, you can expect they're going to be in a better market condition than we are right at the moment, which is an excellent time to buy as you want to plan for the future. So very thankful for our construction team, very thankful for our project management team that's working through these deals with us right now. Just all sorts of stuff to be thankful for right now. So super excited. It was my birthday just a few days ago, November 22nd. I'm actually 11/22/77. By the time you're seeing this, it's a little bit late, but every 7 years or so, my birthday falls on Thanksgiving. And you know what I get for my birthday cake? Pumpkin pie, right? Do you know what my birthday dinner looks like? turkey. So I'll be frank with you. I'm a little spoiled. I like my birthday to be all about me. So I'm super thankful that this year, Thanksgiving is a solid week after my birthday, which was last Friday. So my wife threw a wonderful birthday party for me. A bunch of great friends came out to share that time with me. I'm so thankful for the people that are around me right now. Got a little choked up and emotional because the turnout was astounding. So thank you to all who attended and the literally hundreds of people who said happy birthday to me on my various social media channels. Means the world to me, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to say happy birthday. I really appreciated that. But we also announced the launch of Traction Capital. So the day after my birthday here in Colorado Springs, there's a huge event called the Yacht Club, and not yacht like Y-A-C-H-T or big boats. That was kind of the play on words as we're working, but yacht as in Y-O-T or toy spelled backwards. So it's a huge annual toy drive. They do it every single year at a large venue, just walking distance to my place. So we had some people over to my place for a little bit. Then we wandered over to the Yacht Club event, had a great time. But Traction Capital Partners sponsored that event. And this is a great opportunity for me to be thankful and announce to you that Traction Capital Partners is fully in business. We have signed deals with a couple of lenders as brokers for Anchor Loans, one of our brokerage arrangements. Go NavCap, Navigation Private Capital, based out of Virginia, is one of our private lenders. Basically, these are funds that have billions of dollars, several billion. I'm not overselling this, kid. They have billions of dollars under management, and they don't have a presence here in the Colorado market. So with this new alliance, the Foreclosure Deals Coach system, in conjunction with Traction Capital, just got access to several billion dollars in available capital to help you fund your deals. And one of the things I've mentioned on the show a couple of times now is that for the past few years of setting up this coaching program, I looked at myself as a coach who offers lending, right? You get into the coaching program and I motivate you to ideally hop in and do a deal, right? What I'm realizing over a couple of years of experimenting with this model is that if you're not mentally or financially acclimated to the risk versus reward that comes from real estate flipping, then this may not be the right fit. This is certainly not for everybody. Much like not everybody should be an options trader, right? Not everybody should be dealing in cryptocurrency if that's not your appetite. I recently took and passed the Series 65 license to become a registered investment advisor. And one of the more fascinating parts of that education is profiling customers to determine what investments they should be putting their money in based on their risk tolerance, educational background, net worth, etc., versus what you should not put into it. And it makes a lot of sense why they require so much education to become a registered investment advisor, because if you put people into the wrong investment vehicle, you can certainly hurt them more than you help them. And there's a lot of industries out there that require licensing to protect the general public. Real estate's the first one that comes to mind. You got to take a course for that. There's also insurance, right? Life insurance, health insurance. Getting your general contractor is a licensing that I just recently obtained here in 2024 as well. And there's a lot of guys out there who get the license and still don't know a ton about construction, but the license is designed to protect the public. Well, this is the same thing. And although real estate does not require that I have a registered investment advisory license because it's not a security, I just love that I had the education. I'm super thankful that I went through it because I got a much deeper understanding of who should be fixing and flipping a deal and who should be observing from the sidelines, which unfortunately describes more people than not. You have to be very comfortable with a certain degree of risk. Now, if you buy the property right, we're mitigating that risk, but there's still a process that every investor has to go through to get from acquiring a property to selling it at a profit. And if it were super easy, super simple, or super fun, literally everybody would be doing it and there'd be no profit in it. So over the years, not just in the last 2 years of profiling my clients as coaching clients, but just years of being an agent, 20 years in this real estate industry, I have really learned to figure out who should be doing this and who should not be doing this, okay? And I'm very thankful for the education, but I'm also thankful for the clients who are in the system who get it. While I'm trying to coach the clients that don't quite get it and work them through some of the difficulties of this process, because not every deal is hyper profitable or easy or fun. Just like when you buy a mutual fund or a stock, you're really hoping to get the best results possible. But I'll tell you, there's not one coach out there in business, especially in real estate coaching, that can tell you every client they ever do a deal with makes a ton of money and this is easy or fun. That is not accurate. It is not going to happen. And anybody who promises you that you're going to have a guaranteed result is lying to you. So what I have done differently with the foreclosure profit system is guarantee the result over time. Meaning, as long as you stick in the program and continue to do deals, there's no additional cost for the foreclosure profit system until you obtain a $25,000 profit. So if it goes a year and you don't do a deal, or you do a deal that doesn't make quite $25,000, there's no additional charges for the system until you do. We cannot guarantee the results of a deal. That's not functional. We don't know the outcome. We do know we got to buy it right. We got to do proper research on the flip angle, the rehab part, and we got to sell it at market. Well, there's a lot of predictive analytics that makes that very easy for me after analyzing thousands of deals and having done 400 deals myself as fix and flips, but it's still not an exact science. So the objective is to get into the system, learn more about it as you go, and the more deals you do, the easier that process is going to be. But where do you find those deals? How do you analyze those deals properly? How do you fund those deals and get them fixed and flipped, especially when you're first starting out? It's a difficult process, right? So by getting into the foreclosure profit system, you can learn a lot more about this process by doing it continually. And that's the one thing that I think a lot of the guru-ish programs out there that are selling the education or the theory simply cannot provide. They're not hopping into your market to find a deal on your behalf. They're teaching you how to go out there and find a deal. And that's great. And a lot of people eventually figure it out. But we are a different system that is designed to make sure that you not only have as many deals available to you as you want to do, because we can find an unlimited supply of deals. It just kind of comes down to how many buyers are actively looking for a deal. So when you sell your first deal, you're not going 3 to 6 months waiting for the next one. We're gapping it out. So the day you close on your last deal, the week after you're closing on the next deal, so you can create that momentum, learn the process by doing it, and make a ton more money than trying to figure this out on your own in the short term. Okay, so that's the foreclosure profit system in a nutshell. But if you want to learn more about that, you got to hop out to foreclosureprofitsystem.com. I left it up on the screen so you can hop out there and take a look at it. But once you register there, we're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation, right? We're going to discuss if this is the right fit, if you've got the risk tolerance for it, if you got access to capital to actually do a deal, and most importantly, if you're coachable. You would be shocked at the number of people who sign up for my program and then don't take the advice that they're given, ultimately never buying a deal. It's confusing to me. Why hire a mentor, a guru, a coach, any of that, if you're not going to take the advice that's given? Well, a lot of people let their own nerves get in the way, right? They're smitten by the process, the idea, the concept, right, of the foreclosure profit system and how easy I tend to make it sound, right? But it's not easy. Much like, if you're running a Subway franchise, the example I like to use a lot, okay? It seems pretty easy. You're buying bread, well, you're making bread, right? And you're buying meat and you're putting it on the countertop and you sell it to people who come by and want Subway. I don't know enough about Subway system to know what the extreme nature of it is, but I'm certain, and I mean 100% certain, that it's not easy or fun to run a Subway franchise. But I have a couple of friends who do own them, and I can tell you it's very lucrative once you understand the process. The same applies to flipping foreclosure deals. When you get started, there's a lot you don't know. There's a lot of mindset stuff that we got to shift out. But the most important way to learn this process is to actually do deals on a consistent basis. And the foreclosure profit system ensures that you are going to have deals to do. You're going to learn that process from the inside, and eventually you'll learn how to find your own deals, so you won't need the system as much as you do when you get started. I don't intend to be anybody's last mentor, coach, or system provider, but I do believe I'm a great way to get started for people who want to go from zero, or the concept of doing a deal, to actually doing deals consistently in the market. I'm the best answer available right here in the local market. So wherever you happen to be, because virtual flipping has become a very commonplace thing, I can help you to do a deal right here in this market. I'm also super excited that we're expanding into other markets. We're working on a hub in Pennsylvania because one of my clients is in Pennsylvania and he wants to do deals in his market. He's been successful with deals here, so he's starting to look at other places, and I want to work with him in those markets as well. We're also looking at Arizona. Arizona is more about the weather. We do slow down a little bit in the winter, as I was was talking about. Whereas in the winter in Arizona, the market tends to speed up a little bit because it's very difficult to do construction in 120-degree temperatures, right? So you're not going to get as much productivity in that time frame. So I want to get out of here in the winter and be able to spend time in a different area and work on different markets, but also get rid of some of the seasonality that the system has had limitations with in the past. So all of this is adding up, guys, to the world is definitely changing. We're definitely seeing a lot more activity in the market. Like I said, there's some policy changes that I'm super thankful for, but it's Thanksgiving. So don't spend all day watching me today. What I want to tell you about is be thankful for what's right around you right now. If you're watching this video, that means you've got an internet connection and a computer, right? You've got a roof over your head. In a few hours here after watching this video, hopefully you'll be enjoying Thanksgiving with your loved ones. And that's truly what there is to be thankful about. Like, we can talk about money and real estate investing for hours. It's one of my favorite topics in the world, but I'm so thankful for my wife, my daughters, my family in general, just to have people around me who love me and I love back. And if you got that right now, and I'm certain that you do, you should be thankful too. So go give your family a big hug and kiss from Donnie. I really appreciate that they're around you right now. I hope you're having an incredible Thanksgiving day today, but stop watching this video, get off of Facebook, or wherever you happen to be watching this, and go live life with your family. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. For right now, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to learn more about doing real estate investing, head to foreclosureprofitsystem.com. Learn more about the process, watch that video, schedule some time with me to discuss if this is the right fit for you, and I'll catch you on the other side. With that, this is Donnie Corum, your foreclosure deals coach. Thanking you so much for tuning in, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving, and reminding you always, don't buy a house, buy a deal.